T20 World Cup 2026. Catch all the action from 7 February to 8 March on your World of Champions Super Sports.
Imagine a story born from within.
A sudden glimpse into much deeper things.
Before the first image, before the first sound, the frame comes to life, holding moments that stay with us.
My starting point is always a feeling, but your fast is a different.
Stories of love, resistance, and survival.
I was ready to move.
It's in the rhythm of editing, the power of sound and silence. One frame leading to the next, with over 60 curated African and international films. You can experience this and more at the 8th Joburg Film Festival from 3 to 8 March 2020 at joburgfilmfestival.co.za. Feel the frame and the stories that live within us.
What kind of world we are created.
Brought to you by MultiChoice, a Canal Plus company.
Playboy, the power of attraction.
The thing something is not to say it. The big picture.
With every passing match day, there is a great sense of anticipation on the east coast of South Africa, particularly when Amazulu Football Club are in action. And we've seen them in action a couple of times since the turn of the year, and they've certainly given their fans every reason to be happy about their performance. They are looking to once again be putting home ground into an advantage this evening as they take on one of the more informed sides in South African football, that is Orlando Pirates here at Moses Mabhida Stadium. The Buccaneers visiting after a bit of a stumble in starting the year, turned into a 2-0 victory comfortable enough a couple of days ago on their home turf. They're looking to bring then their brilliant away form to this particular tie. As we've mentioned, it's second up against fourth, 3 points that will turn one of these two sides into top of the table come the end of the evening. So then it's Amazulu up against Orlando Pirates with 2 positions on the Betway Premiership standing separating the 2 sides. And indeed, just 2 points as well. As we've mentioned though, a particular 3-point victory for either of these 2 sides will mean this. The big headline of the evening, as I introduce both Stanton Fredericks as well as Tekang Mabalane, is that the winner is top of the table coming the end of the evening.
I think that's all to play for. That's all we got to say to set the tone for this evening. I think an opportunity for Amazulu. I'm not too sure when last they've seen the top of a PSL Premiership, but that's just awesome with the work that Arthur Zwani has done with the side. A nice balance between the youngsters and experience, and they really bearing the fruits of some hard work in the pre-season, and now an opportunity to face an Orlando Pirates. And they are a formidable side that needs to be taken serious.
Yeah, and it is a question that I did pose as well to Coach Atazwane, just how confident the mood is at Amazulu. Not just the players, but the fans as well who are gathered here at Moses Mabhida Stadium. And this is something that's really interesting for me, DK. For the longest time, most have felt that it is Orlando Pirates that are setting the standard as far as pre-match drip is concerned. And Amazulu have answered and done so quite effectively tonight.
Indeed, I think this season they've shown some resilience. Not only that, they've been winning games. I mean, they come with an impressive winning streak as well.
That is, of course, Amazulu. And I think for me, the fans singing, it's no surprise. They're doing well. We saw also the moment for one of the experienced players, XTN. I think it's good to have these experienced players. Zoom is there as well. We'll obviously discuss that in the lineup, and you'll see how gifted this squad is.
Yeah, and Stiga, as you mentioned, there's some youth, there's some great experience all over the park for Amazulu. There's a man who's turned his, I guess, the twilight of his career into something positive for Suit.
And I think it's awesome from Amazulu Football Club that they would honor somebody like that. I think XTN, after leaving Kaiser Chiefs, it's not easy to leave a big team and then recreate yourself and reinvent yourself. But I think he's done so excellently. The fact that he's a consummate professional shows you that he managed, I think, in 4 seasons to get 100 games. Yes, they're managing his workload this season, but the first half of the season he played 14 games, so credit to him. He's looking after his body, but not only that, on a personal level. What he brings to this Amazulu side is one of the reasons why they find themselves in 5th position and in a healthy position to see the top of the table.
Yeah, certainly it's a wonderful feat for Bila XTN, 100 caps bringing up for Amazulu Football Club this evening. And of course, to commemorate that particular event, they've handed him captain's armband. 4 goals, 3 assists for him so far this campaign. But it's not just him though, DK, isn't it? It's not just him that is contributing to this Amazulu football side to, I guess out of nowhere, lie in the position they find themselves in.
No, I think it's also in the approach as well. We've seen that they've opted for a more conservative, understandably so. Atta has went for that approach with 3 centre-backs. And for me, that says a lot about also what you want to do. Consolidate at the back and obviously focus in attack. I mean, he's got all the experienced players at the back. Hanamo, Katebe, as well, adding in those 3 centre-backs.
And one of those players is Umthetwa, who, of course, is former Orlando Pirates player. One of a number that we'll have on the pitch today, Stiga, that not so long ago were wearing the opposite colours.
Another player that has reinvented himself. He'll want to do well against his former employees. But I think they've just working so nicely with Alan, with the experience of Phillies in the central of defence. And then Tetra at the back. I think they're working so nicely, and it's a little bit puzzling for me because when you see Arthur's one, he was an attacking player. So you just assume that this Amazulu side, as a coach, is going to see a lot of attacking. But contrary to that, in the last 2 games against Gallants, as well as
Galaxy.
Yes. 30% possession. So that lets you know they are comfortable with sitting back. They've got the 5, depending on the phase of play, they defend with 5, and they're very comfortable with that. And that is why they see themselves in a healthy position. They are now attacking, and I think Arthur's got this side working as a unit. The experience comes in, we look at the starting lineup, we'll expect Zoom to be back in there, because a game like this needs a lot of experience.
Yeah, you speak about the 5, but also let's add that when they go forward, then obviously they leave the 3 at the back. I mean, Hanamo and Katebe add as more attacking players, so it gives them in terms of adding numbers going forward.
Yeah. Last 3 matches, 3 wins for Amazulu Football Club. They've won 6 of their last 8. And again, we talk about winning, talk about losing a habit. Winning does become a bit of a habit as well. And I'm really glad that Coach Atazwani, when I spoke to him, really just sidestepped the fact that with the win today, they are top of the table.
Top indeed, 6 out of 7 at home. That says a lot. It's a message to obviously Orlando Pirates to say, look, this is not an easy team to play against. Resistant. I think it's tough opposition, especially at home. So it's something to think about for the Ghanaians.
We have to balance all of that out, though, Stiga, by mentioning just how long it's been since Amazulu had the better of Orlando Pirates. About 13 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they've come close on a few occasions, quite a few draws there. But I think if they to get a win after a long time, now is good money to back Amazulu. I think, and just speaking of Amazulu, the side, for them to be in 4th position, it's good for the Betway membership. It's good for the administration of Amazulu Football Club to show that they've come into South African football, they've invested into this side, they've tried to manage it as best possible, and now they say the success of a football team, when you see it on the pitch, it starts from up top. So credit goes to Zungu and the entire management of Amazulu to find themselves in a healthy position that gives us an opportunity on a Tuesday evening coming up against Orlando Pirates with the possibility of top in the table.
What a remarkable feat that would be at this stage of the campaign for Amazulu Football Club. But as we have mentioned, it's a game of football that has to be played. They are fourth, Orlando Pirates are second. How then do they try and beat them for the first time in 13 years? Is a confident but cautious Atazwane. Coach, thank you very much for joining me. There's great positivity coming out of Amazulu based on the results of recent times. How important is that going to be as we face this kind of test tonight?
Thanks for the opportunity. Look, there is no doubt we are playing against one of the, or should I say, the best team currently, in the country. So we obviously want to approach this game, very cautiously, and be smart at the same time. So we're not going to get carried away that we have the opportunity, if we win this game, go to #1. Right now, as I said, in the past, we take one game at a time. To keep that discipline in the field and stick to the plan. And the things will get where we want them to be.
From a tactical point of view, then what becomes important today, we see that you've made 3 changes to the side that won just a couple of days ago, particularly interested in Unulu Banjo, who seems to have been doing a great job coming off the bench.
Yeah, look, I think Manja has done well so far. He deserves to start in this game. But apart from that, I think Lindo Langelishe, has been out for quite some time, and he had to play, close to 90 minutes in that scorching weather in Bloemfontein. So we felt after him being out of the game for quite some time, and he played against TS Galaxy, we needed to manage him because there's many more important games ahead, and also bringing some